Hey friends, welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and this week we are boondocking right outside the once rough and tumble mining town of Pioche, Nevada. We're gonna have a look around, so stay tuned. This episode of Grand Adventure is proudly sponsored by the Better Business Bureau. Turn to bbb.org to find trustworthy and honest businesses wherever you travel in your RV. Located 180 miles north of Las Vegas, Pioche today is home to roughly 1,000 residents at an elevation of just over 6,000 feet. However, it had a notorious past beginning in the 1860s as a silver mining town, when its remoteness led to a reputation as one of the roughest towns in the Old West. Killings over disputed mining claims were routine. It was reported that nearly 60% of the homicides reported in Nevada during 1871 to 72 took place in and around Pioche. Local legend has it that 72 men were killed in gunfights before the first natural death occurred. Culprits who were captured most likely found themselves here at the original Lincoln County Courthouse, built in 1872. The original cost of $88,000 far exceeded initial estimates and was financed and refinanced with bonds totaling nearly $1 million, hence the nickname $1 Million Courthouse. Their victims most likely ended up in Pioche's Boot Hill, a common name across the Old West for the burial grounds of gunfighters, or those who died with their boots on. An aerial tramway carried buckets of ore from the mines at the Pioche Hills to the Gabi Mill below town. The tramway carried silver and nickel ore during the 1920s and 1930s. The abandoned tramway still stretches over parts of the town, with some original ore buckets intact. Modern-day Pioche is surprisingly quiet, perhaps due in part to the town's remoteness. We found the townspeople, without exception, to be helpful and friendly, and the prices for goods and services to be surprisingly reasonable. While visiting and exploring Pioche, we're boondocking for free, 6 miles outside of town with our friends behind the YouTube channel Homie at Large, in a pinyon and juniper forest on BLM land off Stampede Road. There are, however, several RV parks in town, including a free town-operated park with water and sewer hookups. Full hookups are available at the Roll Inn for $25 per night or $90 per week. Our grand adventurers who stuck with us throughout the winter months know that we did a huge upgrade to our solar panels on the roof before heading out this spring. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk about how that's been working out for us. Because the key to boondocking is both acquiring and managing your resources. And our resources for electricity have been absolutely phenomenal. We've been either dry camping or boondocking for the past 2 weeks straight since we left Salt Lake City. We haven't even had to unpack the generator. We've been running on full electricity off our solar and battery setup. We're now 1,200 watts of solar on the roof, and we're 400 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate battery. We've been using electricity just as if we were on hookups. We've been running the microwave. We've been making pots of coffee. I've been running Starlink 24/7. I've been running our computers 24/7. Each and every day, we get back up to about 100% on our battery capacity right around 1:30 in the afternoon. Even on cloudy days, we've been able to get back up to 100%. It's basically been set it and forget it. This is definitely the way to go if you frequently boondock and dry camp and don't have a significant tree canopy above your RV that would block the sunlight. Wherever you travel across North America, the Better Business Bureau is right there with you to locate trustworthy businesses along the way. Whether you need to find the right RV dealer, a new set of tires, emergency repairs to your rig, or even that perfect restaurant, BBB is right there with you. BBB stands for Trust, Integrity, Honesty, and Transparency. When you see the BBB Accredited Business Seal, you know that business is committed to the highest standards of ethical business practices. Start your journey today at bbb.org. There are several Nevada state parks surrounding Pioche, the nearest of which is Cathedral Gorge. The site has been popular with local picnickers since the 19th century, when it was known as Cathedral Gulch. It became one of the 4 original Nevada state parks created in 1935. Here, rainwater and melting snow carved rivulets in soft siltstone and clay shale in what was millions of years ago a lake bottom, splitting tiny cracks and fissures into larger and larger gullies and canyons. Explorers can crawl through tunnels to discover hidden chambers in the network of slot canyons within the park, which also offers a campground. Northeast of Pioche, Spring Valley State Park includes a 59-acre reservoir stocked with rainbow, tiger, and brown trout. Volcanic tuff and sediment gave Spring Valley State Park a beautiful light gray, pink, and white backdrop. park also allows visitors the opportunity to tour historic pioneer ranches built in the late 1800s from blocks of the same volcanic tuff. Horse Thief Gulch Campground is located within the park just west of the reservoir. It has 37 campsites, each with table, grill, and shade ramada, as well as 3 restrooms, 2 with showers. Sites on the lower loop have electrical hookups. The camping limit is 7 days in a 30-day period. As we mentioned last week, all campsites in Nevada state parks are currently first come, first served, although they're transitioning to a reservation system for 2023. When the Union Pacific Railroad reached the town of Caliente in 1905, 25 miles south of Pioche, it brought with it the construction of this beautiful train depot, built in the style of Spanish mission architecture. The depot, built in 1923, is now home to some city and county offices as well as a museum. So we truly hope that you've enjoyed exploring the area around Pioche, Nevada with us. If you like this episode, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, you'll find the comment section where we always love to hear from you after each grand adventure. Now, coming up next week, we're going to be heading for Goldfield, Nevada. So if you're not yet a grand adventurer, this is the time. Go smash that little red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a grand adventure each and every Wednesday evening. We'd be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. So until next week from Goldfield, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.